This is a video announcement for Political Science 2305.740. This is a Summer 1 course, and this is a feedback for Unit 1. I just wanted to say congratulations to all of you that have finished Unit 1. I'm going to talk a little bit about it. For the most part, all the grades are done, but if you want individual feedback, if you got graded down for some reason on the assignment or on the discussion board, I put it in the feedback box, so you can see exactly why you got graded down in some way, shape, or form. So that is what it is. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. I'm going to have some quick little feedback items on the discussion board and on that, and give you a little not background, but a little bit of an update on the grading and where we stand in the course and so forth and so on. So, all right, on the Unit 1 discussion, most of them were pretty good. I don't grade opinions, I just grade whether you did it or not. It's up to you. It's supposed to foster some sort of a discussion environment. To be frankly honest, I'm very skeptical about that, but they make us do it, so we're going to do it. All right, so it is what it is. So there you go. Make sure you do the Unit 2 discussion board. It's the only way it can hurt you is if you don't do it. On your comments, if you did 0, you got a 0. If you did 1, you got 50. If you did 2, you got 75. And if you did 3, you got full credit. Okay, I mean, there's not much else to it. On the assignment, this one was a little bit different. There were a lot of less than full credit grades, and the reason is because you didn't look up the sites. It had the 3 sites in there. Go look at it, see what they say. It's not hard to figure it out. I saw a lot of things like, well, I wanted, let me think of the one that's the most obvious. Conservatives are for this and liberals are against it. Well, that's fine and well, and that's probably true, although not to the extent that you would think. There's groups like log cabin Republicans that are pro same-sex marriage, and there are liberals that are religious that are opposed to same-sex marriage. So it's not as clear-cut as you might think it is, but I just didn't understand why you didn't go to these 3 groups and look them up. And it's real easy, actually. It's very straightforward. That's really the only thing I graded down, because the majority of it is your opinion, your informed opinion, but a little bit of opinion other than the last one where, you know, just say whatever you want, you know, that's you. But that, it is what it is. I don't really know if I have that much more to say about it. I didn't really care if you did it in essay format, although the scores tended to be higher because it seemed like, and I don't think it's a one format or the other. I think the people that wrote the essays were more interested in it just to begin with. It took more time and more effort. I think that's where it really stood. It wasn't so much the format, but it was, you know, precondition in which, you know, the people that were going to write the essay, write it as an essay, spend a lot more time thinking about it and going through it. But it didn't per se affect the grading. It did, you know, it did show itself, but it is always up to you. Hold on just a second as I kind of look at, if you look at your grades on, excuse me for looking a little bit away from the camera here. If you look on it, there's a column called weighted total, which you can see, okay? You can actually see what your grade in the course right now is, okay? Currently, you know, there's very few failing grades. There are a few, but not very many. Most of them are A, B's, and C's. So that's what we're looking for here in the course. I don't want to fail anyone if I don't have to, but if you don't do the work, I can't do anything about that. I just can't do anything about it. But So let me look at the stats here on it so far in the course here. And of course, Blackboard won't show me anything, so fantastic. I'll get back to you on what it is, but there doesn't seem to be a need for a curve in the course at this moment. There may be at the end of the semester, but I can't see it as of now. I think it's going to be just the way it was written up in the syllabus. So don't count on a curve of any way, shape, or form at the end of the course. All right. The other thing I need to talk about is the Unit 2 assignment. It's going to ask you to do a PowerPoint. Please make sure it's a PowerPoint form. I know, so you use Keynote or something else. Please just make it easier on me. I get them graded faster. It's up to you, though, for the most part. If I can't read it in Blackboard, I'll send you a message, grade it a 0, send you a message, say, hey, I can't read this. Send me an email with a copy I can get a hold of, right? So that's the way it's going to be, unfortunately. So it saves me time in grading, and it saves time for the rest of the students in getting their things completed too, getting their grades up and everything like that. So that's the way that goes. Unit 2 assignment. Make sure you talk about the democratic input. Okay, how easy were these sites to manage? How did they work? Could you submit comments, info, suggestions, either about the design or about the layout or the ideology or suggestions for policy options? Make sure you do that, because that's what I'm going to be looking for, right? Most of you can go through and say, oh, these are the platforms, right? This is how this party, 1, 2, 3, right? You can do that. The problem is sometimes you forget it, so follow the instructions in the assignment and you should be alright. Make sure you do that. Remember, it is due by Thursday. Today is Tuesday. Okay, I had them graded by Monday. It took me a little bit longer to do the video announcement as we had stuff going on here at the house, but you all had grades and you had feedback, so just make sure you think about that as you go through. If something happens, send me an email. Like on your exam, if something hangs up or something, send me an email. Let me try to fix it. If I can, I will. If I can't, I'll let you know that I can't. But it's mostly up to you. Power goes out, something like that. Please let me know ahead of time. It's very easy for me to fix it. If you email me a week later and say, hey, I couldn't take the test, it's a lot harder to go back and do things. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to shoot me an email. I've got a couple of emails I got to answer here, but I'm mostly caught up. I think I have like 2 or 3 to answer at the most, so I'm pretty caught up. It's not like I'm sitting there with 10 or 15 emails to answer, so I'll get those done today. Most of the emails, I answered emails yesterday morning too, so we're talking maybe 2 or 3, and most of them are not, oh my god, emails, the world's gonna break. They're mostly just, oh, can you explain this, so forth, so on. So like I said, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to shoot me an email, and good luck with the Unit 2, which is due on Thursday by 11:59 p.m.